You boys, we are gonna be live, y'all. Yeah. Just waiting for things to start. What's up, Timothy, boys? Ought to be a good one. J. Bob, Melissa Manley, yeah. Yeah, Zero, man. They're coming out with some stuff. Kanazuki no Miko, boys. Down. Let everybody know we are live at everyone. Down. Greetings from Australia. Well, greetings from America. Double checking, making sure this is double broadcasting to the Facebooks. That's pretty important. Boom, 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 boom. We're gonna start real soon. It's an anime. See, that's probably why I know. Probably why I know, boys. Double checking everything, making sure everything's working on my end. Got all my stuff ready. Getting the peoples in here. Just remember, if you're watching this on the Facebooks, you get to see it at all times because it's public. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is going to go unlisted right after. So make sure if you want to catch up afterwards and you want to see things, make sure you swing on by my Facebook, facebook.com/DanDanTheFireman. It's right there. Doesn't seem like it's wanting to broadcast to the Facebooks. But anyways, here we go. And Shazam! Whoa. I need to find a way to make it crossfade that little bit easier because it went from music to no music. What's up, Dan Shay, buzz? Repent, my friends. Okay, Jonathan. Anyways, let's see. I don't think we need any of that. All right. What's up, Kentucky? Melissa Manley, how you doing? Look at that head. Yeah. Nice and shiny. Look at that head, really shiny. So let's go ahead and do. There we go. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Zero Motorcycles. Zero Motorcycles just came out with an announcement. They unveiled 2 rapid charging electric motorcycles to fend off rivals such as Harley Davidson. I don't think Harley Davidson ever was a rival. Here's the thing. Zero has been doing this for a while now. They are, a little back history on them is that they've been in the Silicon Valley area trying to emulate Tesla, but now with the motorcycles. So that's kind of where they're at with that, and that's pretty much where they are. All right, so they got a really good backing. They got a lot of cool stuffs in the pipeline. I'm just double checking, making sure all the chat is working. Let's see. You need some lobby music. Yeah. I need some, man. But what they have now is they just unveiled the SR and SF Zero motorcycle. It's an electric motorcycle with more power and has a new rapid charging system. Now, I talked a little bit about the charging system that was... Let me go ahead and make it so it doesn't autofocus anymore. I did talk about the rapid charging system on the Harley LiveWire. Now, the problem with the Harley LiveWire is that there's only a level 1, level 2. There's no level 3. So level 3 charging allows you to charge your bike or your car within like 30 minutes. Now, level 2 can do it within a couple, like maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. And level 1 is like a trickle charge thing that will take like 8 to 12 hours. And that's something that you want to do when you get home. You don't want to do super fast charging all the time because it can mess up your battery. But here's the thing. Harley Davidson, they announced their LiveWire. We kind of made fun of that thing for a little bit. It's $30,000 and you get like, 115 miles? You get like 100 something miles, like low hundreds. On a charge, and it's $30,000 freaking dollars. Well, Zero just came out with a bike. The standard model starts at $18,994. The premium model is $20,995. Now these bikes look a lot better than. Just look at the just look at the thumbnail. These bikes are just a lot better than what you see, like that Harley's doing. I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and pop one up on the screen. Let's go ahead and just do that. Let's add an image. I wasn't gonna do that because I wanted to talk about it, but you know what? Now that I'm looking at all this, hey, thanks for subscribing. Now that I'm looking at all this stuff, look at that thing. Look at that thing. Oh, don't want to move me around. Doesn't that look better? Let's make it like bigger. Doesn't that look better than the Harley LiveWire? I think that looks amazing. It looks like an actual sport bike. It looks like a naked sport bike. And it actually looks good. The LiveWire just looks like a big block. You guys know what I mean? Looks like a big block. So that's the new bike that they came out with, and it has a 200-mile range. Top speed of 124 miles per hour and over 100 horsepower. Now remember, you get 0 to 100% torque, like right away. Okay. 0 to 100% torque right away. 200 miles in the city with its largest available battery. So I'm assuming you can get bigger or smaller batteries, but it can be charged to nearly full capacity in an hour. That is insane. That is insane. So this should be dual broadcasting to my Facebook at the same time. Facebook is so awkward. YouTube is so much easier when it comes to this stuff. So weird. So anyways, Zero has been doing really crazy stuff. Harley invested in Alta Motors. They were kind of like the competitor to Zero. And Alta Motors came up with a bunch of different things. But it's mainly been Zero that's been headlining a lot of this stuff. And they've been doing it. They've been doing this for a long time. Past 6 years, they've been making this model. And they've just became, better and better and better and better. Yeah, so 110 horsepower, 200 miles. They've been trying to work on this bike, or this is their most advanced bike in 13 years that they've ever made. What's up, Solo Shooter? How you doing? And it's $18,995. Comes with a fly screen. Oh, the premium. I'm sorry, the premium model. Let's look a little more into this. I got more information. The SRF will be shipping in April and starts at $18,995. That base model can make it 161 miles on a single charge in the city, 99 miles on the highway at 55 miles per hour, which nobody does, or 123 combined according to Zero's estimates. It comes with a 3 kilowatt rapid charger and will be sold in 2 different colors. Now, the premium model is $20,995, and it doesn't seem like it's dual broadcasting. I'm a little upset with this. Come on. Interesting. Looks like we'll just switch to this. Here, how about this? We're gonna get rid of restream chat since it's not wanting to broadcast to everybody. We are going to do this and do this. Boom. There we go. A little bit better. I like this version of the chat because you can see your names. You can see all the YouTube stuffs. All right, so it's got to fill back in. So here we go. Let's go back. So the $20,995 one, it comes with a fly screen, heated hand grips, and a 6 kilowatt rapid charger that allows the bike to go from 0 to 95% in an hour's time. Both versions have a maximum speed of 124 miles per hour and a sustainable top speed of 110 miles per hour. The both are equipped with an all-new electric motor and battery pack designed by Zero's team. What's up, Leonardo? How you doing? Jake from State Farm. Kev's Capers. How you doing? Tasmania, Australia. Yeah, boy. Solo shooter. What is up, everybody? What is up? It's good to see everybody in here. I think the whole Facebook thing was a fun little experiment, but I think it's too much of a hassle at this point, so we're gonna go ahead and stop doing that. So that's a lot to live up to, but Zero is far and away from leading electric motorcycle manufacturer. So these guys are the leading electric motorcycle manufacturers, and they are kicking butt. I mean, I'm gonna save this picture right here. I'm gonna upload it once again so you guys can see this picture. This picture is a lot better than the one I had for the thumbnail. But let me know what you guys think about this thing right here. Doesn't that thing look badass? What's up, Matt? Yeah, boys. Yeah, boys. That's the electric motorcycle that Zero is coming out with, and it's been pretty badass. Moto Michelle, my day's been pretty good. I got a new exhaust on my bike. I finally installed it. It's the Vance & Hines Upsweet 2-in-1, and it's doing amazingly well. It sounded badass. Daniel Diaz Jr., is this a video or just podcast? Don't have image. You should have image. You should have image. I just have this big old bike in front of my face. Boom, there I am. Yeah, so this is a video. Oh, yep. But this is a live stream. So after this live stream goes up, or I'm gonna stream for another 55 minutes. After this live stream ends, the only way you can find it is if you find it unlisted. It's not public anymore after that. So guys, if you want to make sure you catch all these live streams and where I talk about specific things, please make sure to hit that notification bell button, because that's the only way you're going to find out. So the reliability of Zero, they've been doing some crazy stuff. Zero has, I think they have electric dirt bikes, and they've had some really good success with that. The Zero FX, I believe. Not the new model. Yeah, so guys, make sure you check out the place. I mean, it's a badass. Here, I'm going to go ahead and post the link to the website. So the website, don't look at it now. I just want you guys to be aware of that. And if you're on the computer, to open it up in a new tab, make sure you guys are staying here. But make sure you guys check them out. They're doing really good. Now, here's the thing. LiveWire, Harley LiveWire is $30,000. $30,000. And you get 115 mile range? Let's see. Harley LiveWire range. Let's see, 110 miles. So Harley, it's a 2020 Harley LiveWire, and it's rated for an estimated 110 miles of urban road, and it's $30,000. The Zero motorcycles that just came out, the Zero SR and F, get more than that. The premium version is 20 grand. Okay, so it's 10 grand less already right there, and it gets twice the mileage. It gets twice the range. And I think they look better. Once again, this is the new bike. Doesn't it look good? I think it looks way better than the Harley LiveWire. And I think you guys know what the Harley LiveWire looks like. I don't want to have to bring it up, but the LiveWire looks like a giant block of cheese. So yeah, the Lightning LS 218 is $40K, but I mean, you're not getting much. You're not getting much with the Harley LiveWire. That's the problem with the LiveWire, is that you're not going to get a whole bunch with that, and it costs 30 grand. The only thing you're getting is the fact that you're supporting Harley, and I think they spent a lot of money on the R&D on it, so I think that's why it costs 30 grand. I think they're trying to make up for it, but here's the thing, that they are not going to be competing very well with these Zero motorcycles. These Zero motorcycles are going to kick their butt. I'm sorry. If you're going to get an EV bike, electric vehicle bike, you have a better chance with Zero. I think they absolutely murdered the LiveWire, hence the name. They just murdered them. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. There's a lot more research on that. There's a lot more research on what you can do. Now, on the last video I did, I talked about level 1, level 2, level 3 chargers, what they do, how they do it, and then where you can charge up at different stations. And different stations, just to recap some of that, when you see those Tesla chargers, those are for Teslas. I don't think you can use it if you have one of these bikes. So if you're out and about and you get stranded, you're kind of screwed. You're going to have to plug it into an outlet, and that's a level 3 charger, and that's going to take 8 to 12 hours for a full charge. So that's where you're kind of screwed on that. So I think the infrastructure is coming out, but it's definitely not like, hey, it's free gas, it's free fuel, it's free range. No, you're going to have to pay every single time. Just like you're at the pump, you got to pay per kilowatt electricity or whatever. And then also when you get home, you got to charge it up. Make sure you charge that thing up. So a lot of the things is that this is not going to be a long distance bike. None of these are going to be long distance bikes, unless you're just going to go like 80 miles. Make sure you're fully charged. You know what I mean? So let's see. I'm going to start answering some questions now that we're about 16 minutes into it. I did a little bit of research on this. It just came out, so there a lot of news stories are starting to come out with it. So if you have anything about that, if you are interested in electric bikes, let me know. I actually am kind of interested in an electric dirt bike, because the way I see it is that if you're out riding around, or let's say you put your bike in the back of a truck, are you really going to be riding like 80 miles? Probably not. You'll probably ride about 30, 40 miles, like around the area that you're in. Put up the bike, take it home, and charge it up. See nothing wrong with that. But electric vehicles on the ground, especially motorcycles, that seems a little sketchy, because at least with the Tesla, there is an infrastructure. At least with some other places, there are infrastructures out there. But I don't know. I'd have to look more into it. Let's see. You don't like the Lady Luck doesn't like the look of the new Zero, so I'm gonna start from there. So Melissa Manley, are you going to test ride and review one? If I can get my hands on one, I would love to test ride and review one. I think that would be awesome. I really do. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Official Stunt Heart with all the thumbs up. Chaosing Chen. I went out and rode a Zero FX before. I think Matt Laylaw is pretty on the mark regarding Zero. I have to see it in person to see whether Livewire is worth 30K. So what did he say about the Zero? I didn't see that video. I saw him put out a video about something like that. I haven't seen that. MD in the house, boys. I feel like Harley wins in dealer network. Zero Motorcycles has a smaller dealer network. So, I mean, if you have to beat out the competition because you have a better network of dealers that bought into the Harley name, and you have a product that is not superior, I think you need to work on the product, and I think Harley needs to work better on the Livewire, because if somebody like Zero can build and get a network that's even half that size, they're going to outperform Harley. I mean, just look at Tesla. They're outperforming any EV vehicles out there, and they're better. So, and they don't have a network at all. Basically, they're not allowed to be at dealerships and stuff. At least in Detroit, I believe. In Michigan, they're not allowed to. Mario Fast, cool beard. Yeah, boy, I got a cool beard. Ice cool. Nothing beats a legal 2-stroke supermoto. I bet you that there's nothing that will beat that. I would love to get one of those, but as of right now, if I was going to get something a little bit different, I wanted to be cool and get those YouTube views up in here, I'd get an EV motorcycle. Jason, but who can afford that for a bike? See, that's the thing is, Harley, and I talked about this in their last video, is that their demographic. Here's the thing: is their demographic is over males over 50 with a $90,000 like that's how much they make a year, $90,000 yearly wage. So that's their demographic. So they can afford one of these things. But here's the thing: is they're not the ones that want to buy an electric bike, right? What's up, Rakk? How you doing, boys? Yeah. They're not going to be the ones that want to buy an electric bike. You're going to have millennials or people around my age that might want an electric bike just for convenience, and hopefully they're doing well. And So we're the ones that want to buy it. So 30 grand ain't, that's too much. 20 grand, maybe. Still a lot. That's a lot. And but here's the thing is that these are the first concepts. Early adopters have to pay a lot. Remember TVs when they were like 10 grand for like a 26-inch plasma? I mean, you could buy a 65-inch for $400 easily. So this is kind of where it's at. This is new tech it's gonna take a while, but I think Zero's kicking their ass. Unless Zero is not taking that much of a profit, if anything. So who knows? Maybe they go bankrupt because they're not selling these things for enough money. Who knows? Maybe they're supposed to be, 30 grand. Solo shooter, see ya, man. Yeah, see ya. Yeah, electric bikes are expensive, but so are Teslas, and people still buy them because they are new, interesting, and unique. Exactly, Chris Johnson. So there is that whole early adopter. Then you have, that range, and then it starts to plateau to where everyone starts getting it, and then it down here on the other end when grandma finally buys a VCR, or she's barely buying a DVD player now because she's had a VCR this whole time and it's working. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, so Jason, he says, one sec. Zero sells their bikes for around 15K for the mid-level, right? Soupy Gnome asks. I love how Jason says, I love how Zero's cheapest bike's around 9K. So there you go, 9K. Mid-level, I'm guessing about 15 then. Because if this is their top of the line, most advanced bike and it's 20 grand, I would think their mid-level's around 12 to 13. Zeros are badass being electricity. Yeah. Come on with the Patreon, boys. Yeah, Leonardo Cole. And here's the thing, guys. The stream goal right now is to hit 255 patrons. Okay, we're at 252. We just need 3 more. Just 3 more. The goal is to hit 500 by November for me, because if we hit 500 before October 31st, 11:59 p.m. is when I'll end it. If we hit 500 by then, I will shave my beard for Movember, the Movember Foundation. I'll regrow it, and I'll donate $1,000 to the Movember Foundation. So 252 out of 500, we're almost there. And then if we do it by April, then we're gonna have some people dyeing their beards pink, yo. So that'd be fun. Yeah, so Patreon, I just announced on Patreon that I installed my new exhaust. So guys, I installed my new exhaust. There's pictures on Patreon, also on the Discord. Discord's absolutely free, but a little bit more behind the scenes stuff on Patreon, plus of all the other perks. And you'd be supporting this channel very much. So it's patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman. I'll post the link right here in the chat. Support the channel if you want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading some more stuff. I see somebody's a Gen X geezer here, but I'm going to scroll up a little bit. I've got an electric trials bike, and it's great. Moto Michelle, that sounds badass. That sounds fun. Hate to say it, but 90K a year still doesn't leave much room for disposable income, especially if you factor in all the typical bills of a traditional family of 3 or 4. Yeah, Barcode Motor, I agree. We have a family of 4 here. My wife, 2 kids, actually, and a doggo, so that's 5. I count her as my daughter. And yeah, trust me, yeah. And then to buy a $30,000 bike, that's insane. But that's the typical person. I mean, look at the CVOs; they're expensive. Look at the bigger bikes from Harley; they're expensive. But that's their typical range right there of who buys their bikes. And yeah, I mean, unless they have like a married person, unless they're married to somebody that makes some money, I mean, who knows? Hate this. Let's see. Aaron Watkins, best beginner naked bike under 6K. I know not really related to the zeros, but looking to starting. Aaron, do not worry about asking these questions. This is what we're here for. This is why I like doing these live streams, is because if you guys ask questions, I'm able to hopefully answer them. So best beginner naked standard bike under 6K. Anybody want? Here's the thing: is like under 6K, you put a monetary budget. So now you're gonna have to start looking at bikes that you like, and then start going down the CC range. So let's see how much is the FZ07. I think that's almost 78. Let's see, FZ07. I think that's like almost 8K. So I mean, yeah, 77599. So that's gonna be too much. Let's see. So Yamaha FZ. Let's see. Yeah, FZ07 is a great starter bike, and honestly, FZ07 is you're not gonna need a bike after that. You're pretty much done. It's a great bike. So you might want to save up a little bit more. Maybe find one used. That's a great bike. Gen X Geezer here. I do think about getting an e-bike to screw around local bicycle trail for commute. So there's some badass e-bikes out there, and I actually, honestly, I want one. Not because I'm lazy, but I think it'd be fun. I'm going from a motorcycle to like a BMX bike or a mountain bike. I think it'd be fun to have that little bit extra power, just for fun. You know, I'm not going to use it. Yeah, I will use it, but I mean, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Z650, first bike ZX14. That'll kill yourself. Uh, Mississippi Motorman. Yeah. Can I do that? How can I? Wait. There you go. Live long and prosper, brah. I can do it with my right hand. Wolverine with electric, we lose the soul anyway, but 30G, we can buy an EV car that has more than 200-mile range. Yeah, for 30 Gs, guys, I would buy a Tesla. How much? I mean, Teslas. How much are Teslas? I think the cheapest Tesla. Let's just look at Tesla Model 3. Has a 310-mile range. Okay. 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. Holy shoot. I want to order a car. 30 for a long range, for dual motor all-wheel drive, 52 grand. But for a mid-range battery rear-wheel drive, it's 34,850. So you can get a Tesla Model 3 for that price, basically. What's up from Wichita? Yeah, boy. Beware that Zero had issue with their traction control. The torque is so powerful, it causes rear slip out and low slide in a few incidents. See Missenden Flyers crash. Ooh, I'm going to check that out. Didn't know whether Zero fixed it yet. Yeah, I don't know if they... hopefully they fixed it. Road Glide is what I want. Is 42K base. Holy crap. By pre-owned, my friend was able to get a 2012 Kawasaki Ninja 250 for around $3,000 from a dealer. Yeah, and 250 is a fun bike. I think in time, Harley will release a more market-friendly EV bike. Yeah, Jason, I think they might. Noah Durham just subscribed. So, guys, remember, here's the thing. Patreon. Patreon's one way to support the channel. Clicking that little dollar sign, it says show your support for Dana and the Fireman. You can either join as a YouTube member, super chat, or the best thing that you could do, or what's on the screen, is to go to www.streamlabs.com/DanDanTheFireman or go to patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman. And that way you can support the channel, and almost 100% of it goes to me. YouTube likes to take a little bit. You can low slide almost any bike without proper throttle control. That sounds more like people need to get comfortable with the electric torque curve, just like you got used to a gas bike. Chris Johnson, I agree. The person that, I mean, there are going to be issues. Like that's like going on a super duper powerful bike and accidentally blipping the throttle on a turn. Low slide. There you go. Same thing with an electric bike. If you don't know how to control the bike itself, there you go. Same thing with any bike. Low slide. So really it is user error. The person that needs to be checking it out is the person that is doing it. So, Leonard, the instant torque means it can be easy to screw a Zero into the ground if you're not careful. Yeah, boys. Jason, I really hope so. Sacrificial, thank you. I didn't know 56K. Chris, you are certainly right. E-bikes have different characters and do require training familiarity. So that is something that Matt and I were talking about a while back on the After the Ride podcast. We were talking about electric bikes real quick. I don't know how we got onto it. I think we started talking about Zero or something. I don't know how we did. We usually drink when we're doing these. But we talked about how that it's all throttle basically. It's like it's 0 to 100% torque. There's no clutch. No clutch to the feather. There's no clutch for friction zone or anything like that. So a lot of the standard training that you do in the MSF and a lot of the standard training that you do anywhere is friction zone, clutch control, and part of the marrying that with throttle control. So if all you have is throttle control, no clutch control, nothing to remove the power from the rear wheel, how different is the training going to be? You know what I mean? How different is the training going to be to where now the MSF or anybody that does any type of training has to adjust for, hey, if you have an EV vehicle you have an EV bike, this is how you need to do it. Now, if you have a combustion engine bike, this is how you do it. You know what I mean? Don't do your homework. Watch me. Hey, just kidding. Although I do agree, I could be dangerous for a beginner. Maybe the bikes will have different ride modes. Yeah, they might be, because here's the thing: it's like with the drones, and I know I'm comparing apples and oranges here, but with drones, there's a beginner mode where you can only go a certain speed, which I think can be a little bit dangerous on the road. You can only go a certain speed, certain height, and it slows down the movements a little bit. So maybe like in a rain mode, you know what I mean? In a rain mode, how it does that, maybe they have a beginner mode, or they might have a beginner mode. Yeah, so I like the same thing, Moto Michelle. I love the clutch. The clutch right there has the absolute best control of your bike. That is one of the primary things. A lot of people think throttle control and braking are like super duper important. They are, but man, the clutch is underrated. You need to really practice with the clutch. It sounds like Zero has adjustable torque profiles. Awesome. That's awesome. Sacrificial Rook. Yes, they do. Okay, see, there you go. Do the Zeros have regenerative braking system? So that's probably why the in-town, the urban mileage, the range is higher than highway. Because I'm guessing with all the braking, it will regenerate the batteries because you're having to brake within in town. Isn't that crazy how EV cars and bikes do that? So that's why they're really good for in town. So maybe that needs to be the market. Is like, if you want to just ride to work and back and save on gas, and if you have solar power and you have any type of renewable energy at home, like I said, like solar panels and stuff, maybe this bike, like if I have to just travel 10, 15 miles, just charge it up when I get home. But if I have to just do that, I'll never have to go to the gas station. You know what I mean? But if I plan on going out of town, maybe I will have to do something different. Yeah, you'd miss rev matching. Yum 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 yum. Just drink some water. City bike already dominate into the city e-bike scene. I think those are just regular bicycles, though. That's a kind of a different market. I mean, I know they have that bird thing where it's the electric scooters, ride sharing electric scooters stuff, but this would be something that you definitely don't have to worry about. You could just, I mean, it's your bike, it's your thing that you're doing. Um, yeah, so I mean, yeah, this seems like a very interesting topic. It's one of those things where a lot of people are trying to figure out what is going on when it comes to these bikes, because not a lot of people know about them. Not a lot of people understand what's going on. Um, like, I don't even know. Like, how are we going to train with these bikes? How are we going to train with these bikes? How are we going to practice? How are we going to do the slow speed maneuvers? How does it feel on a U-turn, tight U-turn, figure eights? Because I mean, you could go. There's your right hand is super important, because I mean, if you're having to adjust enough power without killing the power to the bike on a slow speed turn, I wonder how hard that would be. Because with clutch, I mean, you play that game. You know, you balance the clutch, you balance the throttle, you balance your body movement. It seems like it's already settled, but now we have to do the whole thing with the electric bike. You know what I mean? What do I think about dirt bikes? Pachke. I love dirt bikes. Hey, Moto Michelle also says she loves dirt bikes. I've never really ridden one, though. I've only ridden dual sport. I've only ridden my Sportster off road. I would love to ride a dirt bike that doesn't weigh 500 something pounds like my Sportster. And if it's an electric bike, I have no problem with that either. I wonder how they would sound, though. You're so used to hearing the iconic brap. But if you have an electric dirt bike, I wonder how that would sound. I think that'd be. I mean, I'm sure it'd be fun. They also have to look into weight, you know, how big the battery and how heavy the battery is. So you got to deal with all that stuff. Got to deal with all that stuff. Leonardo, thank you so much for being such an advocate for the patrons. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. More stuff coming in. I got a Friday video that you guys, if you're $5 patrons or more, or $20 patrons or more, or a YouTube member, that's $5 a month on YouTube, you get to see a few videos ahead of time. I have a Friday video that is going to be coming out pretty soon. Have you rode a dirt or a quad bike, like just a quad? I've ridden quads before. Pretty sure Ryan F9 did a video on off-road e-bike. Not sure though. I remember somebody doing something like that. I know Chase on Two Wheels did a video on, I think the Zero. Or somebody did say, "Hey, John Kavar, hey boys, how you doing? What's the drivetrain on a Zero bikes?" Ooh, that's a great question. Let's look it up. Zero motorcycles. Let's see. It's called the Z-Force Powertrain Solutions. Next generation mobility delivered. Compact, fully integrated Z-Force powertrains are designed by Zero Motorcycles to instill the highest power and energy density propulsion system into products demanding uncompromised performance. Okay, that's great. I don't know. It's like its own. It's called the Z-Force powertrain. What's up, John? What do you want to ask, brah? John Strillo just subscribed on YouTube, boys. Let's see. Hey, what's up? What's up, brah? We must save the Earth. The Earth. Belt final drive. Okay. Belt with chain mod. Okay. Dan, wanted to ask you something. Go ahead, dude. Chris Johnson, I think Zero Dual Sport has a system where you can run one or two batteries. So for a motocross track, you could save weight running one battery and swap out the fully charged one later. That's cool. If it's portable, that's pretty cool. Whoa, boys! Trenton Wills just pledged $1. Boys, we got 253 patrons, I believe. Where are we at? Boom, boom. Thank you. 253, almost there. We need 255 total patrons for the stream. That is the goal. It's like it shows. It's only $1 a month to get access to a lot of stuff. We are having a Patreon meeting on Friday. On Friday, everybody on Patreon gets to join, and I'll put a link out for all the YouTube members also. Thank you. Let's see. I rode today with a full face helmet and armor coat, all because of you, Dan. I just bought a strength and steel jeans today with armor gloves. Dude, that's awesome. Thank you. And also thank you for the badass knife, man. I took it out to the on my walk, and I was like taking pictures of it like it's a model. It's a badass knife, dude. I really appreciate it. No electric vehicle will save the Earth. They cause just as much harm, if not more, than conventional engines. So, Rick, I believe you're talking about the cobalt mining that they do. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. It's pretty nasty. But we'll see kind of where this goes. Honestly, I honestly don't think. I mean, was it? I think they did research where cow farts cause more CO2 than cars, like cows farting. Yeah, it's weird. Sakura Dragon Oid. I'd like to ride an FTR. I would love to ride an FTR. I really want to. The sooner we get to 500, the sooner I can get that and the truck and trailer and all that stuff so I can come meet you guys. Dan, are you a fan of SRK Cycles? Yeah. I've seen some of their stuff on the YouTubes. I don't follow a lot of people. I don't have a lot of time when it comes to that stuff. I don't like the only thing I'm really interested right now at this moment is that Dr. Phil's on Joe Rogan right now live. So please stay here though. You can always watch his stuff after the stream. Ginger, now a Patreon. Your videos have helped me so much. I can't wait to start writing as soon as weather is nice enough. Yeah, boys. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it, Ginger. Appreciate it. Take a look through all the stuff on Patreon. I have like 300 posts that most of them, even a $1 patron can see. You get access to, it's called Patreon Lens, but it's like an Instagram story where if you're on Instagram, you know what that is. If you're on Snapchat, same thing. Facebook has stories now. YouTube has stories now. But on Patreon, that's where I go and I post a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and you get access to that. So make sure you get the app too. We could always use more patrons. Zachary, yeah, boy. Hope you can make this meeting. Dan, you heard of SRK Cycles Guy Dealership? Great channel. Like, yeah, I heard about him. Oh, that'd be cool. He's the guy with the big ass beard too, right? Yeah, we need to ban the cow farts. I can borrow you my CR250 and greetings from Bosnia. Yeah, boy, Patchkit. Battery cycling and reprocessing is pretty ugly. Ooh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Can you recommend a good pair of gloves? Moto Michelle says, Roland Sand has some really good gloves for women. And then, who else? Icon has some really good gloves for women. I don't think Joe Rocket really has some pretty ones. And they're not even that functional. That's the thing is, Roland Sands has some good functional gloves. They look really nice. That's the gloves I have. I have Roland Sands gloves. Icon is the gloves that Nikki has. Nikki has a pair of Icon gloves. They look really badass and they have knuckle protection. So definitely look into those. Icon and Roland Sands is where I'd go. Great guy, Sean. In your opinion, what is the single biggest reason that riding is so beneficial for mental health? So Justin Duran. Okay, so you're saying the biggest single reason or the single biggest reason. So I've talked about this on a live stream a while back, and I talked about this on motorcycles and depression. So the biggest thing, I think the absolute biggest thing, aside from the endorphin release, aside from, motorcycling is just fun, for anybody, mental health or, whatever, otherwise, depression, anxiety, all that stuff, otherwise, I think the biggest absolute reason with mental health and mental illness is that for somebody with anxiety and depression, they are so hyper focused on the day to day. When you're on the motorcycle, you zone in to the motorcycle. You zone in. All that stuff goes away. You are focused on just the motorcycle. So that right there is like a sense of meditation for that person with anxiety and depression because now all that noise just disappeared. And that is something that I think other people don't understand because other people can turn off the noise or other people don't have the noise. For us, it's like the noise is there at all times. So to get on the motorcycle for it to just move away for 20, 30 minutes, an hour, however long you feel like riding, that is a blessing. And I think that's why that is my single biggest reason that riding is so beneficial for mental health. That's why, Justin. Hey, I made the moves on a 2018 Honda CB 1000R. Can't wait to rack up the miles for years to come. Sup from Kentucky also. Dang, dude. That's a big, fast bike. Dan, are you a fan of gel batteries? I never really played around with them. It's the best I could say. I never played around with them. I wouldn't. I'm sure I did. I just don't know if I did. That's how much of a. That's how little of a mechanic I am, and I talk about that in tomorrow's video. 100% agree. So much healthier since I started riding 8 months ago. You're a big reason I started riding. Thank you very much, Justin. Yes, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you're riding. I'm glad you're improving. Definitely, it's just a band-aid though. Remember, because once you get off that bike, that noise comes back, and you can't stay on the bike 24/7. So. For me, that's kind of how it happened. So I had to go get medications, and then I'm gonna go see a therapist again. So it's still good. Mental health is improved riding a bike. Yeah, John. Exactly. I paid MSRP on it, $12,999 with a trade in CBR 600RR. Canceled out the negative equity too. Nice. It's always good to cancel out negative equity when you trade in stuff. How would you lock up a helmet if you don't have side bags? So they actually make helmet locks for your bikes. They're relatively cheap. I think they're like $20. So let's do a quick look. Motorcycle helmet locks. You don't need to have a saddlebag to lock it up. Yeah, you can get. I'm already looking at on here real quick. I'm gonna go straight to Amazon. The first one. Motorcycle helmet lock by Master Lock. That's super cheap and inexpensive, but I kind of like this one better. The Master Lock is just a little funky. So let me grab this for you. This one's $25. The Master Lock one is like $8, but it's like it looks really cheesy. So this is that's a helmet lock I just posted. Check to see if your bike has a helmet lock. So some bikes actually come with one. So that's the crazy thing too. I just grabbed a really highly rated one off of Amazon. I have no experience with it, but that is an example. You can go down the rabbit hole. They even have a license plate helmet lock with a mount. I mean, there's so much out there when it comes to that That's the great thing about the internet, is that when you have a problem, you just do a quick look on the internet, and you'll be surprised that there's other people that had that problem and another person that created a solution for it. Any suggestions on motorcycle theft prevention? Once again, I have another video on that. I'm not gonna say, hey, go watch it, and I mean, well, go ahead. But the thing is, there's different ways it can get stolen. A lot of times, it just happens at the house. The one thing that you can really do is is you can tie it down like it's a bicycle. You can lock it to something. Definitely get disc brake locks. But one of the best things that you can do is cover your bike, because if they don't know what they're looking for, they don't know what it is, they're not going to steal it. But one thing, guys, you have to remember is make it hard for them. So if you're going to park your bike, don't park it in an area where somebody can easily pull up a vehicle right next to it. You know what I mean? So park it kind of like hard, where it's like they don't have to frickin' finagle it to get out. You know what I mean? And then put a disc lock on that. Because you've seen those pictures and those videos of like two dudes just grabbing a bike, picking it up, throwing it in a van, and they'll mess with it later. If you can't do that, park it in a way that, like I said, it's going to be hard for somebody to get, but then have disc brake locks on it, have an alarm system on it. That's the way to do it. Eyeballs in Mossberg. Oh, snap. Something happened. Because I remember I put, oh, snap, yo. Why is the donations messing up? Dan Shea with the $20 super chat says, keep up the good twerk. I don't know why the donations got all funky for the actual donation thing, but thank you so much. Your name should be down there. Everybody give him a woo, boys. Everybody give him a woo, boys. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I don't know why it's all funky on that one. It's only on the donations. Appreciate it though, man. That's awesome. Awesome, boys. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Helps out a lot. It does help out a lot. My bike is insured by Springfield Armory. Lithium, yes. Long, light, long life. Yes. Yes, light, long life. There you go. Yeah. I had a very good day at work today, spreading the love. Thank you so much. With that, normally I don't go out and spend that money, but you know what? Like, because I invest all this money, but I'm gonna go ahead and celebrate too. I had a great day. When I installed the bike, or not installed the bike, when I installed the exhaust on my bike, I had no issues. I did it within the hour while filming, so I got an hour's worth of filming. Then I'm gonna obviously cut it down, and no issues, no problems. You know what I mean? So that was the first time doing something on a bike that had everything went as planned. And there's like one hiccup, but I was able to fix it right away. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead after this stream, not right now. After the stream, I'm gonna go and have myself one beer, and then come home. The great thing is the bar is walking distance, so I don't have to drive. Don't drink and drive, please. Especially in Arizona, zero tolerance state, very dangerous, very bad. Thousands and thousands of dollars just for that one beer. But thank you so much. I'm gonna spend the $3 to get a beer out of that 20 right now, and the rest is going to go to investing back in the channel. So thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I also have a burly beard. Do you find that yours is uncomfortable or tickly in the wind while it pokes out the bottom of your helmet? Justin, I haven't had that issue, and I don't want to be like, hey guys, I'm plugging this because he's also a sponsor and he's a patron, he's a veteran and all that stuff. But I make sure I keep my shit nice and moisturized, and I've used Walmart oils because I ran out of the stuff that I had from him, and I used it, and I had to like almost cake it, and it dried out and everything. So brah, Jason, yeah, Rakk Attack knows what I'm talking about. Jason, go to Right Beard Company right there. Use the code DDFM Crew for 10% off of orders over $10. You will receive a free DDFM sticker if he still has some. If he still has them, I sent him a bunch. He might be selling out like crazy. But go check him out. I love the stuff. I have a bunch of stuff. Mine doesn't split down the middle. Yes, babe, I'm in the room. Mine doesn't split down the middle. Mine just kind of like, it just sits right there. That's how much it cuts off. And it doesn't fly back up. I never really had an issue. What kind of helmet are you using? Because I'm using a Shoei full face, so I never really had that issue. Bacon and egg roll. Oh, John. I want some bacon and eggs. You suck. Just kidding. Oh, beer though. There's a beer. Alder25. Hey Dan, dude, I'm going to buy my first bike soon. Thank you for your videos. They are very helpful. Alder, you are welcome, bruh. You are welcome. Oh yeah, Dan, your beard. I saw your beard in those pictures, dude. Your beard's insane. Let's double check. I think Nikki's trying to text me. I need clothes. I was going to work. Oh, okay. Come on in. Come on in. She's gonna go work out. Yeah. So I guess mine's not long enough. Geez, sorry. I'm using the Scorpion modular. So if you when it's going crazy, is it because your modular's up or is it when it's down? I mean, once again, I don't have the longest of beards. I'm trying to grow it out. It's almost been a year. I've been growing it since May, since the day I resigned. Like that last shift, I shaved to go on shift. And then end of May, and then that next, like that was the last time I shaved my face. So May. Oh, pokes in the bottom. Yeah, mine's not long enough. It was long, and then until I got it trimmed. She likes it when it's all trimmed up. Yes. Stream spring water. Make moonshine. Yeah. My buddy Matt has some good moonshine. Boy, this is water. I'm gonna hydrate before I go out. She wants to come in here to get clothes to work out, and I'm talking about going to have one beer. I had a good day. I've been hydrating really well. Talking about electronic motorcycles here. Zero destroying Harley LiveWire. What's up, Buckeye Basin TV? Sup, y'all? So we had that donation from Dan Shea. Thank you so much. It's right there. Look at that. Whee! And then we got one patron during the stream, guys. We're still doing good. Here's the thing. The goal is 255 total patrons, but I am like super happy with where we're at right now. I think from here, it's just a matter of me coming up with new content for you guys. It's a matter of me changing it up just a little bit, slowly but surely. You know, I got to experiment here and there to make sure I keep it fresh for you guys, because if I just talk about the same beginner tips over and over and over, just with like updated, you know, because I have more experience, it's going to get boring for a lot of you. So what you can do is help support me, and it allows me to take more classes, allows me to do different things, get more experience. Like I said, I'm taking total control class that costs $300. I already paid for, but it's because of you guys becoming patrons and doing all these super chats and stuff. Yeah, boy, I see the super chat right there. Justin Durant, super chat at $10, boys. Thanks for all you do. I'm safer and healthier in large part due to your efforts. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the super chat, boys. But guys, if you want to get perks, if you want to get things, head on over to patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman. Would love some more mountain country rides. So Joshua, I would love to go do that. It's getting to the point where I'm able to do that. And during the Patreon meeting, I have the Patreon notes. I have the notes of what I want to talk about on the meeting. And obviously during the meeting, you guys are able to express what you want and what you want to see. And it's a 2-hour live stream just for patrons. We already have it scheduled out and everything, but I started talking about bringing in more of a camping series again, because camping series is what was really popular when I started doing it. It just fell off because I was doing too much at that time, and I thought I could do it all. But now that I've gotten to a rhythm of how I'm doing YouTube, I feel like I can do that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna start doing some more camping stuff, more roads like that, and then just doing some camp stuff, bruh. Rack Attack, I'll have to show you the epic growth of my end since starting Riot. Oh, damn. I know that's another thing is like, it honestly feels like it grows better. I mean, I think it's just because it's hydrated better. You know what I mean? It just grows better because it's hydrated. How to change your tires, Dan? That is something that I am scared to do. I think at most I'll do the front tire, but that rear tire, man, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the whole belt, the whole making sure everything's working great, balancing. I'm at the point where it's like I'll just pay somebody to do that part. So that's the scary part. And I know there's people out there that do it, but like I said, I'm not mechanically inclined. The only thing that I can really do is I think the most I've ever done on my bike that was super technical was my clutch replacement, and that was pretty straightforward for the most part. But I've replaced my clutch. I mean, I've changed out my handlebars multiple times. I've relocated my speedo by myself. I've just recently replaced the internals of my front suspension because they were shot from all the off-roading. And what else did I do? I did LED lights. I installed, all the little accessories that I have. The handlebar grips, the sissy bar, the saddlebags. Just the typical stuff. I do my own oil and primary chain stuff, so that's what I do. Let's see. Hey, really stupid question. No, there isn't. Unless one second, let me keep reading it. Oh wait, Keith, one sec. Keith says, "Will you try the new orange vanilla Coke?" I will try it if there is a sugar-free version. It's sugar just in a Coke. It kills my stomach, which is weird because I like candy. Hey, really stupid question. Why do helmet manufacturers advise against putting stickers on your helmet? So they advise against that, and I think I remember reading somewhere, it was on Shoei, that they don't want you repainting or putting stuff on your helmet because that removes the aerodynamics, and then that increases a traction point. So let's say you hit your head on the ground. I think they have specialized paint. You're not in the way. They can't see you at all. You want to say hi real quick? Just say hi. Just yell it.
Hi, guys.
There you go. I think they do that because their paint is specially formed to where it slides almost. It doesn't grab. So like if you hit the ground, it'll slide. And if you put stuff on it, you hit the ground, it'll grab, and that right there, that torsion will do more damage. But I think stickers are fine. I really do think they're fine. She's gonna go work out. I'm gonna have a beer. That's typical Dan. We still need to work on isobutanol production yield and cost. E-vehicle is fun, but it relies on the grid to function. Yeah. See, look, this guy's smarter than me. John Kavar. So the whole hiding crack thing, I don't think that will hide the crack, but that's another reason why they say for firefighters. It's a little fun fact. Those axes, fire axes, we are not supposed to, per IFSTA, we're not supposed to repaint those because that will hide cracks. Painting stuff does reduce rust, but as a firefighter, you're supposed to constantly maintain that. Take the rust off and sharpen it once a week if it's used. Joshua misses those Saturday scramblers. Yeah, so do I, man. If I get that FTR, I'll definitely be taking that off-road. Let's see. Are you comfortable with roadside repairs? Jason asks. Yeah, Joshua, I let the experts take care of the hard stuff. But who knows? I mean, if I just try it, maybe it's not hard. It's one of those things where I thought doing crazy U-turns and figure eights and high-speed maneuvers and getting low on my Harley was impossible or hard, and then I started doing it, and I'm like, oh, it's not that hard. So maybe it's one of those situations. So it's always good to get more knowledge, and you guys are helping me with that. Are you comfortable with roadside repairs? Jason asks. Depends. If it's just a matter of me having to tighten stuff, yeah, I'm good with that. I don't have a plug kit for my tires or tubes, so I'm kind of screwed on that. So I heavily rely on my Geico Insurance roadside assistance. I never had an issue yet. Knock on wood, because I have a long trip to Phoenix, so I don't want to have to deal with that. John, I don't know. It seems like as long as it's not blocking vents or the DOT sticker, it's not that big of a deal. But science stuff exactly. I want to throw apes on my Vulcan this season, just debating on what size right now. Yeah, Nikki said hi. Thank you guys for saying hi to her. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be super uncomfortable with your apes super high. I think anything around the shoulder, maybe like an inch above shoulder, it would be good, but you're going to start getting fatigue up there. You know what I mean? You don't want to have your arm fatigues. Fatigues. I thought it had something to do with chemicals in the glue on stickers. No, because you have that hard shell. There's that hard impact. I don't know. It's hard abrasion resistant, not abrasion proof, but resistant outer shell, and then you have the impact absorbing foam on the inside. So the chemicals from a sticker is not going to do that. I have a sticker on my helmet actually. I have my DanDanTheFireman sticker on the back of my helmet. I've had it on there since I've got it. I think it was, let's say, about a year now. What do you have in your toolkit? So Bam Bam, I have, or Bam Bam Bam, I have. I just have like typical tools that I know that are the right size to a lot of the common things that might loosen up. Now Loctite is your friend, but I usually keep like a 10 millimeter. I keep a 13 millimeter. I keep a little ratchet with me. I keep Allen keys with me if I have to. That's pretty much all that you really need in a toolkit. Now you definitely want to have something more at home. But that is something I have on the side because after a while you just start taking everything and then it's just like pointless. Right. I'm not sure if I want to go full hog. Yeah. I'd do mini apes. There's some really cool mini apes, dude. How close are you to being able to travel to California to ride and train? So California, San Diego from here is about 7 hours. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I would love to part of the DDFM Patreon, part of this right here, the 500 patrons. The reason why it's at 500 because that's the goal to hit for me to travel the country. That's the goal for me to travel the United States and do that kind of stuff. Where I'm gonna travel for like a good 2-3 weeks, as many places as I can. It might last longer, who knows? And I'll have a truck and trailer, so I'll have the stuff, or I'll have a van, depending. If I get a van cheaper. And I'll carry my bike with me. I'll carry a smaller bike with me if I can. And then I'm going to go travel. And I think the first place I want to travel is San Diego and then go up the coast and then come back down and then go around the East Coast, the middle of the United States, all that stuff, and just come meet you guys. And that's the point of the 500 patrons. That's why it's on here. But we're at 253, so we're over halfway, guys. We're over halfway to the 500 patrons. We hit 250. We're at 253 now. The goal is to get 5 patrons a stream, which is very hard to do. I understand. But here's the thing is that if you're not a patron yet, it's $1 a month. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. And then when you're on there, you'll see a bunch of different perks. You'll see a bunch of different things. And if you like it, you can always update your Patreon. Or you can always cancel your Patreon. It's up to you. It's up to you. And if you become a patron during the stream, your face gets all blown up here, and everybody gets to see how cool you are. Let's see. Yeah, Rakk, that'd be awesome. Shoot, just throw the bike in the back, and then we'll just hang out in the car. We'll just drive and eat food and stuff. Know what I'm saying? And the point is with the truck is I want a 4-door truck. I want a 4-door truck so I can obviously use it dual purpose with the kids, so I can have the kids in the back. And the same thing with the van. I'm gonna have 2 seats in the back at least. So Rakk, if you want to bring 11, she can hang out in the back and she can be in charge of the radio and stuff. And it's like, hey, I need water. Hey, I want a Twizzler. You know what I'm saying? That'll be her role. She'll be doing that while we're just like yelling at things. That's what I do with my kids, anyways. Do you know of a good way to carry a pistola on a bike? I do. I've done it before, but here's the thing. There's level 1, level 2, level 3 holsters. I'm just gonna go with that. Okay, so there's different ways. Shoulder holster, like I saw in there, inside the waistband, outside the waistband. A bunch of different things. There's level 1, level 2, level 3. At least that's what I remember. Level 1, there's no retention system. Level 2, there's 1 retention system. Level 3, there's a double retention system. So if you're gonna be riding, I highly recommend having a level 2 where there is a retention system in it. That way, if there is an accident, your gun isn't going flying, and you have to worry about that. Or if, like, for some reason, like when you throw your leg over, it doesn't get loose and fall out. It shouldn't if it's a good holster. But definitely get a level 2 holster. And the hard thing is inside the waistband, unless you have it in a comfy spot, it's kind of uncomfortable. Outside the waistband is probably what I would do, but I'm in an open carry state, so that's kind of where I'm at. And I do believe in concealed means concealed. So if you're in a state that doesn't have concealed carry laws, or like whatever, concealed means concealed. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right. Come to Kentucky, boys. Melissa, yeah, I would love to. I'm gonna travel as many places as I can. I'm gonna be going where the Patreons are, or the patrons are, because they're the ones that's supporting the trip. So as much as I want to meet every single of my 75,000 subscribers, which I think we're about to hit, I'm gonna be focusing on the 500 patrons because they're the ones that are making it possible. Everyone else is gonna see the videos I'm gonna make, but I want to meet the patrons. So if you want to have a better shot of me swinging by, I would love to come swing by and do some of the events, like maybe meet up with Blockhead, meet up with Bike and Bird and John Maxwell and all that, and then maybe we could all do something. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I'm gonna be focusing on where the patrons are. So let's see. Yeah, carry ride Washington's open carry too, which is nice. Yeah, so you have much more options on that one. You don't change your chamber around just in case. Yeah, that's fine, especially if you don't have a safety. I have a Springfield XD9 and it has basically a dual safety on that one. Or actually, it doesn't have dual safety. It has a trigger safety on it. It's like a lot like the Glock, where you have to actually have your finger on it. And it's so that's really nice. I keep one in the chamber though. That's just I have no issue with anybody not having one or having one. Melissa Manley, could do like an Adam Sandoval and have a bus follow you? Yeah, yeah, dude, I love it. I love my XD9. I have an XD9 subcompact though for EDC. I'm up in Pennsylvania. I hope to see you there. Yeah, Ginger, that'd be awesome, man. That'd be awesome. I plan on going. I've never been to New York. I've never been to Pennsylvania. I've never been any further east than New Mexico. I've been as far north as Oregon. But that's pretty much it. I pretty much stayed on the West Coast. So this would be not only just to come meet you guys, but it'd be a fun thing for me to do, because I've never done it. So, guys, if you would like to, you got a full size. You want the sub? Yeah, the full size is nice. Do you have the XD9, the newer one? I forgot what it's called. There's like a updated like premier one or something like that. I want to get like a full size. Dan and the Firearms channel. Now, I used to be into firearms. I actually made some YouTube videos of it. 40 older. Okay, yeah. I got a 9. Yeah, there's a mod 2 one. It also has the beaver head. Yeah. So there you go. It has just like the 1911s have that. Yeah. So that is a double. I was right. It was double safety on that one. So you have to have your hand on it. All right, Rakk. I'll see you later, man. Yeah. So that's the whole point of the patrons is to do that, and it also helps me budget and get, because this is my full-time job, so it allows me to do things. I do these streams just to come hang out with you guys and answer your questions, because I do get a lot of questions about what is it to be a patron, all those things, and I just wanted to let you guys know this is the best way to do it. I cannot wait to go to my new house. That way I can I'm trying to click all these things. 1 second. So that way I can use my actual computer. So I can use my actual computer so that I'm not having to use my laptop in my bedroom on the corner. So yeah, boy. Oh, we lost the patron. We're at 252 instead of 253 now. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. My back hurts from riding Sunday for 5 hours. How can I prevent it? Lower spine. Comfier seat. I think you said you ride an 883, right? You ride a Harley. So that could be your body positioning. Another thing is lower back pain actually comes from a lot of it comes from tight hamstrings. So stretching, working out your hamstrings and stuff, and stretching them out really will alleviate a lot of back pain. And another thing is improve your abs, improve your abdominals. You might have a super strong back, but you have weak abs and weak hamstrings. So now your back is super tense, trying to compensate for your core. So that's something that bam. I don't know. And here's the thing: you lose patrons, you gain patrons. It's all fine. It's all good. Some people can do it, for 2-3 months. Some people can, some people can't. You know, they donate 1 month, they cancel after that. It's perfectly fine. It's all good. What was 40-mile-per-hour wind that day? Maybe that's why. So yeah, another thing is you could have been clenching your abs so hard to like keep your core strength up there because of the wind that it transferred some pain to your back. That's one thing that I used to have a lot of back pain. I hurt my back as a firefighter, and I thought I could never work out again. And I got into powerlifting years later, and I was able to deadlift 500 pounds and all that stuff. But what I found out is strengthening my hamstrings and then stretching them, and then improving my abs. Not in the terms of I want to get a six pack, but in terms of I need a stronger core. So that's really helped. Yeah, the tension of crosswing is huge. I'm dreaming to ride an ADV to Big Sandy and pull out an AUG or Tavar to have some quality range time. Yeah, that'd be badass. Yeah. Oh, guys, we've been streaming for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Now, remember, in order to see these live streams, after I hit end stream, the live stream is going to go away. It's going to stay unlisted, so you can always come back to it if you have the link, but it's not going to be public. Okay? So if you want to see these videos, make sure you click that notification bell button. Oh, whoa, I was about to get off. Justin Duran just became a $5 patron, boys. Thank you so much. Make sure you send me your picture because that's a perk of the $5 patron is that you get your picture on the DDFM Crew Wall of Fame, on the DDFM manual. So make sure you get the password for the DDFM manual. If anyone has issues with Patreon, please send me a message on Patreon. I get notifications right away, and those are the ones I focus on most. I don't really answer I answer a ton of YouTube comments, but I answer every single comment and message on Patreon. That is my guarantee to you. So, guys, I'm gonna leave. Yeah, you're welcome, Gabe. Send it in, man. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go ahead and swing on by the bar that is within walking distance. Have one IPA. I'm gonna have one IPA, and I'm just gonna relax. I'm gonna listen to music, maybe chit chat on the phone. I'll see you guys on the Discord. Just the last question I will answer is from Mato Pendik. What's the difference between Harley and Japanese bike? Harley is American assembled. It's more so cruiser markets. It has a different clientele, and market for Japanese bikes have more of the we want to ride fast. We want to have a sport bike. We focus on reliability, not necessarily branding, and they just become, after decades and decades and decades, better bikes. So Japanese bikes are typically more so the wide range of everything, and Harleys are mainly cruisers. Now Harley's going to be branching out with the electric bike, with the Street Fighter, with the Pan America. The Pan America is their adventure bike, but that's not coming out until 2020. So we'll see how Harley wants to go against everybody. John Kavar, I'm going for a ride on my GS 500 F Suzuki. Good bike, excellent on fuel. That sounds like a lot of fun. I just got done riding on my Harley, and I didn't listen to music. I didn't vlog on the way home, and it was a blast. I haven't done that in a while. That was really good for my mental health. So, guys, if you would like to, once again, like I said, just before I leave, become a patron. If you'd like to become a patron, please, 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 please click patreon.com. I'm about to get off. Make sure you hit that notification bell button because when I do these live streams, once they're up and I'm done, they're gone. Okay? All right, guys. I'm going to be swinging out. Just want to say thank you. Doon, 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 doon. Oh, snap. 1 second. Melissa just became a $1 patron. Yo, boy! Dig it. You caught me. Woo! 200. Woo! 253 still. Oh, it's going to update, I'm sure. Thank you. We're so close. Let's go back. There we go. Oh, I love the outro music. It's so chill. Down. Bow, down, down. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you. Make sure you guys join the Discord. Discord's absolutely free. So if you're still here and you're like, stop talking about Patreon, How about you join the Discord? The Discord is a big chat room. It's absolutely free. A lot of people make it to where you have to pay to get in. I don't. You do not have to pay to come chat with me. You don't have to pay to chat with other DDFM crew writers, okay? Swing on by the Patreon. Come say hi, and I'll see you guys soon. Yeah. Melissa became a patron, boys. 253. Robin. Hey, what's up, Robin? How you doing? Sorry, I get really busy. I get super busy.